So, get to Chernobyl. The first thing, remember that? Get to Chernobyl. First thing you do when you go in there is you go through these test radiation machines. Put your feet on some panels, your hands on some panels, you put your head against a metal panel. Green means no radiation, and it makes this reassuring noise. Bang! That's Ukrainian for good news. Bang! You're like, oh, fuck! Oh, yeah, no, good, yeah. Good. Amber means some radiation, red means you're contaminated with radiation, of which the tour guide said, red is bad news. It happened once before, not good. And we were waiting for her, but ultimately it worked out because, and he was just like, not good. Then he looked sad for 20 seconds, and we started the tour. That's not how you want to start a Chernobyl tour. You've seen your tour guide go, let's get going. No, let's not get going. But he was a fun tour guide. He was a funny tour guide. At one point, we stood quite far away from him because I think we were worried about his levels of radiation. And he said, come closer, I do not bite, but if I did, you would become superhero. Yeah, bit of fun. And I didn't want to be the one who told him what he just said made no sense whatsoever. He's talking about Spider-Man getting bitten by a radioactive spider. If he bites us, I become a tour guide man. That's a legitimately shit superhero. I'm turning up to crime scenes like, he went that way, past the oldest pub in the village. Pub was built in 1918. It's got a beautiful original fireplace. Well worth checking out. If you look to your right-hand side, he's mugging someone else now. I wish I had a dog. That's another one of my powers. Just got to hope an aggressive dog comes, but anyone want that poodle? I'm sorry about all this. Like it. I liked it in Chernobyl. I'll show you some pictures from Chernobyl. This is me outside the main reactor, trying to smile, but I'm scared. It's hard. This is a picture outside the abandoned Ferris wheel. I think my brother's absolutely nailed this photo. It's made me so small you can barely tell it's me. He's got the picture of the fucked up angle, and he hasn't got all of the Ferris wheel in. Yes. That's kind of what you do in Chernobyl. You just go to abandoned places. Like there's an abandoned police station, the abandoned theme park, the abandoned kindergarten. That's the big draw. Really creepy, abandoned old school. That's where they take you all just to get a bit of scare. I've never said the phrase "a bit of scare" before. Is that a phrase? You don't seem convinced. A bit of scare? You'd go for it. Okay, right. I'm going to double down on this. Getting a bit of scare. God, I didn't feel comfortable with that. So, you go there, very creepy, and a woman in the tour group, she put her hand up and she said, "Is this real? Like, is this how it's really happened? Or has this been made up for tourists a little bit?" And the tour guide, very honest answer, the tour guide said, yeah, is little bit how happened, but little bit for maximum photograph. We have a man whose job he come to Chernobyl to make everything look a bit creepier. That's the most incredible sentence I've ever heard in my life. There's a man whose job it is, like waged job, to go to Chernobyl and make it look creepier. I don't know if he's just doing there or if he's doing other locations as well. Doncaster, Chernobyl, the toilets in the Bill Murray pub. I've done them all. For the people watching at home, the Bill Murray pub is where we are now. Be mad if it was just a random pub. Imagine if you had that job explaining it. Like if you're like on a first date with someone, sat opposite this beautiful girl who's sort of saying, "Oh, I work in accounts and it's boring and it's Excel sheets and all that kind of stuff. But you said you had a creative job." "Oh yeah." So what I do, typical day for me, I get up in the morning, get myself down to one of the local toy shops, I buy a modern day baby doll. I bring that back to my house, I rip the head off that. I get the body in the oven for 20 minutes, char it up, melt it up nice. Meanwhile, I get in my finger out baby doll's eyes, getting the eyes out, they'd never survive a blast. I'm punching the head, denting it, making it look fucked up. Then I get the plastic out of the oven. Always use tongs if your hands are not plastic. And I get the burnt baby's body, and I put burnt baby's body. That's a tongue twister, isn't it? You have a go at saying it. You don't have to. Okay. I get the burnt baby's body and I put it in my bonnet, and I drive to Chernobyl. Yeah, that one. And I get there. I'm there once, twice a week, or something like that. Turn the lights off. Show me glowing in the dark. Oh, okay, you don't have to. I go to Chernobyl and I go to the abandoned kindergarten. Well, you'd say that. I actually think it could be creepier. That's sort of my job. Get in there, scruffing stuff about, bookcase on the floor, put the burnt baby's body on a bed for it's a tongue twister. No, okay. I get there, just scruffing it up a bit. And the pièce de résistance, doing this recently, I get a cat climbing frame, I whack a pigeon on top of that. Tub of mushy peas.